All right, here we are, little tour of the current setup of the trailer. This is about all I'm gonna do to it. The only things I'm gonna do are extend these shelves to the back so we got more room to put dishes and shit. Because a lot of this is going to disappear. A lot of this stuff is going to disappear when I get my truck bed camper. But we got the bed. We've moved it this way like 3 or 4 feet. I need to build a wall back there and move the stuff that's on the ceiling so we can separate the tools. It's going to be a really cheap temporary wall. Or I may just say screw it and leave it for now because my blanket insulation stuff I've put up, it works okay. We're going to get all my tools under here in the boxes. But I got to finish going through everything that's in the house. We'll get a nicer, much nicer TV. This one was only $100 and worked for when I was living in the truck because the Samsung was too big and now it's too old and now the screen is broken, like it's cracked. This is just temporary for my dirty clothes because I don't know where to put it in here right now. This is just some random bullshit, mostly like, what do you call that, bedding. We got the Mikey cat tower. This is where I put my hoodies and socks, so when I wake up, just put them on because I don't like to sleep with a shirt on. Here's the office. This is going to stay in here, and I want to get a sit-stand desk for this, so it goes up and down. And I think this will eventually go into that corner, but we'll see. We got lots of things to do. We got the fridge stack because the big fridge is permanently broken and fridges right now are expensive. We have the closet, which this is mostly going to go into the truck bed camper when I get that. I will have winter storage in here somewhere eventually. We don't have running water, so we got all my dirty dishes that I got to bring inside and wash. I am looking at mini dishwashers that I can just have a small holding tank of like 5 gallons that'll go into it. It'll heat up the water itself and everything. This has been awesome, especially now that I have 240 volt hooked up to the house. It's super ghetto setup, but it is what it is. This is dishes and stuff. That's my pantry. That's more dishes and like cleaning stuff and yeah, you see. This is cool, but I want to put this into the server rack. This, I like turned on my thingy there. I don't know what that one does. Oh, that one turns that one on. Number 8 turns that one on. Things I just don't need on all the time. We've been using the KitchenAid mixer. We haven't used this. I got to get all that stuff set up. And really, I want to get a soda machine set up in here eventually. And forks and silverware and shit, I want to get a really nice set that I like. And fancy soup spoons. But, you know, that's a one-day kind of thing. This is how I do my water for now. Distilled water for the coffee maker. I want to get a really nice microwave. We got an electric heater down here. We got an electric heater down there with a fan. I had the diesel heater, but last time I used it, I just was pumping out icky stuff in here, so I got to figure that out. I have a rebuild kit for it. I got to buy some more stuff to plumb the thing outside, or maybe I'll build a box on the outside and have it go inside. I don't know. Haven't figured that out yet, but that's that. This is my kitchen seat and tool seat. I got to clean out all the shit. We want to make that nicer. I'm going to get a little makeup mirror that I can clamp on like right here or something. So when I want to do self-care, because that's something I want to get into, like scrubbing my face and shaving nicer instead of just doing it in the shower. Yeah. Anyways, and my favorite thing, the server rack. This thing, I can't wait to get rack rails in here and server racks, or server or rack mount computer cases and get some mini PCs and stuff. I found the monitor I want. It's like $3,000, but it'll replace this one as a vertical, this one, and this one I want vertical too. It'll be all three of these, and the middle one will be more of a 1440p monitor, all on one. And then I'm gonna get a business class, halfway decent laptop. And then the desktop that's under here is going to go over here and be another server. This one, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I want to upgrade the motherboard in here or what. Because I want to have, this is the NAS box right now. The RAID card in it broke, so it's not really being utilized properly, and it's not super fast. I may put a RAID card in here and make this my slow backup server. So like, cold weather. Cameras, they'll go to an SSD and then go to all those hard drives. We do have automatic lighting that I gotta put on the trailer eventually. Oh, we got some tools over there we gotta get in here and shit and finish cleaning up out here. I do want to get some sort of underfloor heating in here, and I got to figure out where to put all the solar stuff. I do want to get the server rack, 48 volt batteries, 2 of them just on the bottom of this. But I'm also thinking I want to strip this all the way down to the frame, rebuild the frame. I want to get independent suspension on here. I don't know. That's far away in the future planning. We want to get a really nice Herman Miller Aeron chair for in here. This is just a free chair that's going to get thrown away from Flowerland. I do have replacement stuff, but this broken arm, it's been okay until it got cold. Working on nerd stuff, like we got a lot of that working good. I should do some videos on that. Mikey's happy in here. I'm happy in here. I feel like I got really nice freedoms again. I can do whatever I want. I'm working third shift, which makes me super happy. I'll have to make another video about the health stuff that's starting and going on, but I am studying for my CDL, which will change, again, all of this, but I'm pretty happy. Things are going halfway decent right now. If it wasn't foot of snow outside and below freezing, I'd have a lot of the outside stuff done. Because like I want to swap the axles from the big trailer because they're newer, they're easier to work on. They're not ghetto ass, 4-lug weird looking trailer axle things. I can have more option for wheels. They're both 7K, I know that for sure, because that's a 14,000 pound rated trailer. Yeah. The truck's having a lot of issues too. I need to replace the front diff because I blew that up again. Drivable, but I don't have 4-wheel drive, and I need to get all new tires. Just a lot going on. But life in here is working out pretty good. I'm pretty darn happy, minus I don't have room for all my shit. Like I want to be able to put these over here somewhere. So eventually I'm going to go inside. I'm going to cut open the cart that I have the table saw on, find all my table saw parts for it, and I have a bunch of extra parts from this that I can chop up. I did want to make them so they pull out, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think for now I'm just going to extend everything back to the wall, add some more things. I'm going to put up piece of board over this to make it look nicer. I was going to cut a giant hole for the air conditioning, but I think, especially if I get my CDL, I'll have the money to buy a mini split to put in here. I was thinking about putting in a thing over the stove, but I think because I don't have to have my office in the truck bed camper, I can build a bigger kitchen in it, have a really nice bathroom. I want to have the toilet that burns your poo and everything. We're gonna have super filtration on all my water. We'll have a RODI super water filter thing for drinking and coffee and things like that. We're working on automation too. Things are slowly coming together. But I've been rambling on a lot. I guess I'm gonna shut up now. And I've been learning more about electricity. I've known enough to get myself in trouble, which is how I have everything set up right now, because it's super not safe, but it's safe enough that as long as nobody touches it, it'll be fine. The electrical panel, I want to flip upside down. We're going to put it lower. I think I need to get a lot more breakers in it so I can start rewiring everything. I want to get rid of all of this metal conduit. We'll start with just running it in clips along the wall. I also decided for the corners, so I can keep light coming in from the fiberglass there, but to seal it off, I do gotta seal this corner better because it's cracked. And we do gotta fix these holes properly. You feel no cold air coming in. Why do I have wires stuffed in there? That's fucking, I don't remember doing that, but whatever. There's no cold air dripping on me, but it's not sealed properly on the top. But I want to have proper circuits. We're going to set up smart lights and everything, or smart switches, probably dumb lights. The shelving, any shelving like this, cabinetry like this, the litter box is back there. In the server rack, I'm going to set up RGB strips with the WLED smart capability stuff. We're going to get Starlink. The roof is going to be mostly solar panels, and I think I'm going to put solar panels on the sides. Solar panels are fairly affordable on the used market, so if I can do a temporary solar panel build with some old stuff, I'm going to do a lot of Victron stuff. I have started watching this guy Curse Controls on YouTube. Makes me want to build a lot of my stuff custom for me using not Victron stuff, but Victron, all the components talk to each other. I can do all sorts of monitoring. So I think for my first go around, we're going to do Victron, get the battery set up, get a base system, then find out what solar controller stuff I want, inverters. I'm probably going to go Victron inverter, charger, and solar controllers. The inverter I really want is the Quattro. I don't need 240 volt all the time, but it's got a hookup, so if you run 240 volt to it, it'll kick out 240 volt, but if you only have 110 volt or 120, it'll bridge the two, because they're two phases, and that way I can still power everything, and I'll have automation with that, but we'll see. We got a lot of reading and money to spend. But yeah, it stays warm in here. Yeah, we are pretty darn happy. But I got 2 videos to edit now. This one and one from when I got stuck in the truck. It's not a full video because the camera batteries died, but whatever. It'll be interesting. I used the winch for the first time for what I bought it for, not just dragging shit around the yard or pulling shit up onto the bed. We'll see how the things go in the next few months and how much I actually post, but here's the life update for now. Yeah, peace out.